You didn't wake up one day and decide to stop loving me. It wasn't like that. Didn't happen all at once. It happened slowly, in ways you probably didn't even notice. But I did. I noticed everything. You started loving me less, and I felt it. Not in what you said, but in what you stopped doing. You started loving me less, and I felt it. In the spaces where you used to show up, I remember how you used to text me just to say nothing, just to feel close. Now hours go by and I don't even cross your mind. At least that's how it feels, and feelings don't lie. Not like that, not this consistently. You started loving me less, and I felt it. And the way your replies got shorter, from paragraphs to sentences to one word, and then sometimes nothing at all. And I'd stare at the screen trying to figure out when that changed, what I did, what I missed. But I didn't miss anything. You just stopped trying, and I kept trying. That's the difference. You started loving me less, and I felt it. In the way you stopped asking if I got home safe, in the way you stopped noticing when something was off, in the way I had to explain myself just to be understood, when before you just knew. That's what hurts, not the change but the contrast, the difference between who you were and who you became. I remember one night we were laying next to each other, and I turned to look at you, and you didn't look back. You just kept scrolling like I wasn't even there, and I stayed there looking at you longer than I should have, hoping you'd feel it, hoping you noticed, but you didn't. You started loving me less, and I felt it. Myself for noticing, 'cause once you see it, you can't ignore it. Once you feel it, you can't pretend. I try to tell myself it's just stress, it's just a phase, it'll go back to normal. But deep down I knew this was the new normal, and I didn't want to accept that, because accepting it means admitting that I'm holding on to something slowly letting go of. You started loving me, love. You started letting West it, and I stayed anyway. That's the part I don't understand. I stayed, even when I felt it, even when I saw it, even when everything in me was telling me this isn't the same anymore. 'Cause I was holding on to who you used to be, not who you are now. And those are two different people. You started loving me less, and I felt it, and I kept loving you the same. That difference, that gap is what broke me. Not the ending, but the process. Watching it happen, feeling it happen, knowing it was happening still. Not being I'm finally learning to feel something else. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. At first I didn't call it change, I called it stress, I called it distance, I called it just a phase. Anything except what it really was, because admitting that would mean something was ending, and I wasn't ready for that. So I made excuses for you, for us, for everything that didn't feel right anymore. You changed, and I kept blaming myself. I told myself I was overthinking, that I was expecting too much. You changed, and I kept blaming myself, like if I adjusted enough, things would go back to how they were. I remember the way you used to look at me, not just seeing me, but actually look like I mattered, like I was something real in your world. Now your eyes pass through me like I'm just part of the room, like I'm there, but not really there. And I noticed everything, but instead of saying it, I internalized it. I asked myself, what am I doing wrong? What changed about me? What did I miss? You changed, and I kept blaming myself. Every time you pulled away, I thought I pushed too hard. You changed, and I kept blaming myself. Every time you went quiet, I thought I said too much. And that's how it started, that slow shift from being myself to becoming someone who edits everything before it even leaves my mouth. I remember one night, we were sitting across from each other, and I was telling you something that mattered to me. And halfway through, you checked your phone just casually, like it didn't mean anything, but it did, because I stopped talking mid-sentence, and you didn't even notice that silence, that moment. That's when it hit me, I'm not being heard anymore. You changed, and I kept blaming myself. I told myself, maybe I'm being too sensitive, maybe it's not that serious, maybe I should just let it go. And I did, over and over, until I stopped recognizing myself. I became quieter, less rising, more careful, just to keep things stable, just to avoid conflict, just to keep you. And that's where I went wrong, because I wasn't being loved, I was adapting. You changed, and I kept blaming myself. But the truth is, it was never just me. It was you pulling away, losing interest, disconnecting without saying it. And I was trying to fix something that wasn't mine to fix. I remember the moment everything shifted, not in you, in me. I was alone, thinking about everything, and I asked myself, if I met myself like this, would I stay? And the answer scared me, because it was no, not because I wasn't enough, but because I wasn't being myself anymore. You changed, and I kept blaming myself, until I realized I wasn't the problem. I was reacting to being slowly pushed out, to being slowly ignored, to being being slowly replaced by a distance, by silence, by indifference. And that's not something you fix by changing yourself. That's something you walk away from. You changed, and I kept blaming myself, but I'm not doing that anymore. Now I see it clearly, I didn't lose you, I lost myself trying to keep you, and I won't make that mistake again. Won't make that mistake again. You didn't have to say it, not really. There was no big speech, no dramatic moment, no clear ending, but I felt it long before the words ever came. I knew it was over before you said it, and the way you stopped looking at me, the way your eyes would drift somewhere else. I knew it was over before you said it, in the silence that replaced everything we used to be. I remember that night clearly. We were sitting in your room, lights dim, nothing playing, just that quiet, that uncomfortable quiet that neither of us wanted to break. I tried to start a conversation, something simple. How was your day? You shrugged, said it was fine, and that was it. No detail, no follow-up, no effort. And that's when I felt it, that distance, that shift, that quiet ending. I knew it was over before you said it, because you stopped trying. Not suddenly, but slowly, like you were already leaving without physically going anywhere. I remember how you used to talk about everything, even the smallest things. Now it feels like you're filtering everything, keeping me at a distance, like I don't belong in your thoughts anymore. And that hurt more than anything else, 'cause I didn't just lose you, I lost access to you. I knew it was over before you said it, in the way you stopped touching me, not intentionally, but naturally, like it didn't cross your mind anymore. I remember how you used to reach for me without thinking. Now even sitting next to you feels like there's space between us that I can't cross. I kept trying, I really did. I asked questions, I started conversations, I tried to bring us back, but every time it felt like I was the only one holding on to something that was already gone. I knew it was over before you said it, because love doesn't feel like this. It doesn't feel one-sided, it doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel like effort, but from one side. And that's what this became, effort from one side, silence from the other. I remember the exact moment it fully hit me, you were right there, sitting next to me. And I felt alone, completely alone. And I realized if I feel like this with you, then what are we really doing? I knew it was over before you said it, and I think you knew it too. You just didn't want to be the one to say it, because saying it makes it real, makes it final, but avoiding it doesn't finally did, it didn't shock me. It just confirmed what I already felt. We didn't break all at once. There was no moment, no explosion, no final scene, just a slow drift. Two people sitting in the same space, pretending everything was fine. We kept acting like nothing was wrong, even when everything felt different. Even when silence got heavier, we kept acting like nothing was wrong. Like ignoring it would somehow fix it. I remember that night on the couch, TV playing something neither of us watched, light flickering across your face while you scrolled through your phone. And I kept glancing over, waiting for you to notice me, but you didn't. And I didn't say anything, cause I didn't want to start something, didn't want to turn it into another argument. So I stayed quiet, and that's how it started. Not the distance, but the decision to ignore it. We kept acting like nothing was wrong. When conversations became shorter, when laughs became forced, we kept acting like nothing was wrong. When goodnight replaced everything we used to say. I remember how we used to talk for hours without checking the time. Now we sit next to each other and it feels like we're waiting for the day to end. You stopped asking about my day, I stopped telling you anyway. Cause what's the point of sharing something with someone who's not really there? We kept acting like nothing was wrong, and I think we both knew, but neither of us wanted to say it, because saying it would make it real, would force us to face it. And maybe we weren't ready for that. Or maybe we just didn't want to lose what we used to have, even if it wasn't there anymore. I remember one specific moment, we were eating dinner across from each other, and I asked, "Are you okay?" You said, "Yeah, why?" And I almost said it, almost said, because it doesn't feel like us anymore. But I didn't, I just nodded, and we kept eating in silence. We kept acting like nothing was wrong. And that silence started saying everything. It said, we're tired. It said, we're disconnected. It said, we're not fixing this. It said, we're just staying. And staying is not the same as loving. Not when it feels like this, not when it feels like effort. Without connection, I started noticing the small things. The way you stopped touching me without realizing. The way we stopped laughing at things that used to be ours. The way everything became routine, predictable, empty. We wake up, we exist, we sleep, no depth, no real presence, just habit. We kept acting like nothing was wrong, but everything was. And I think that's what hurt the most. Not that we changed, but that we knew and did nothing. Because fixing something takes effort, takes honesty, takes facing uncomfortable truths. And we avoided all of it. We chose comfort over reality, and comfort killed what we had, slowly, quietly, without us even noticing. When it fully disappeared, I remember the night it finally hit me. I was sitting alone, you were in the other room, and I realized I felt the same, whether you were there or not. And that scared me, cause that's not love, that's distance, that's disconnection, that's something already gone. We kept acting like nothing was wrong. And that's exactly didn't happen overnight. It never does. It starts small, almost invisible, in the way you react, in the way you respond, in the way you make someone question something they were sure about. We were in your room that night, lights low, nothing special, just another conversation that turned into something else. I said, something feels off lately. You didn't ask what I meant. You just said, you're imagining things again. And I paused, because I knew what I felt, but the way you said it made me question it. You made me doubt my own feelings, not loudly, not directly, but slowly. You made me doubt my own feelings, until I didn't trust myself anymore. I remember how confident I used to be in what I felt, in what I saw. Now I second guess everything, even the obvious. I started replaying conversations, trying to find where I was wrong, trying to understand if I really was imagining things. But deep down, I knew I wasn't. You made me doubt my own feelings. Every time you dismissed them, every time you said it's not that deep, every time you laughed when I was being serious. And I started adjusting, not my actions, my reality. I started telling myself, maybe it's not a big deal, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I should just let it go, even when it didn't feel right. And that's dangerous, because once you stop trusting yourself, you lose something bigger. You lose your sense of truth, yeah. You made me doubt my own feelings, and I stayed, even when I felt it, even when I knew something was wrong. Cause I thought if I just explained it better, you'd understand. If I just said it differently, you'd listen. But you never did. You just redirected it, turned it around, made it seem like I was the one creating problems. And I started believing that I started shrinking, holding things in, not because I didn't feel them, but because I didn't trust them anymore. You made me doubt my own feelings, and that's the part I'm still recovering from. Not losing you, but losing myself in the process. I remember the moment everything clicked, not during a fight, not during an argument, just a random day. I felt something again, that same discomfort, that same doubt. And instead of ignoring it, I stopped and asked myself, what if I'm right? And that changed everything, because for the first time I listened to myself instead of you. Dismissed, and there's a difference. And there's a difference. And there's a difference. You texting me at 2 a.m. again, like nothing ever happened, like we didn't just go days without saying anything, just a simple you up, like I was still supposed to be there, like I was still waiting. And I hate how fast I replied, didn't even think, didn't even hesitate, like muscle memory, like I didn't learn anything. You only talked to me when it was convenient. Late started noticing, not the messages, but the timing. Always when you were alone, never when it mattered. I remember last week, I tried to call you just to hear your voice, just to feel something normal. You didn't answer, didn't call back, but hours later, another message, sorry, was busy. And I wanted to believe that I really did, but something didn't sit right. Because you were never too busy at night. You only talked to me when it was convenient, when it fit your mood, when it fit your time. You only talked to me when it was convenient, and I let it happen. That's the part that stays with me. I kept telling myself it's better than nothing. At least they still care, at least they still come back. But coming back isn't the same as staying. And I think I knew that, I just didn't want to admit it. I remember one night you asked me, why do you always overthink? And I laughed, because you had no idea how much I was holding in, how much I wasn't saying, just to keep you around. You only talked to me when it was convenient, and I made myself available every time. No matter how I felt, no matter what I needed, I adjusted to you and forgot about me. I'd wait for your messages, check my phone more than I should, get used to silence and call it normal. But it's not normal to feel like you're only remembered when it's easy. It's not normal to feel like you matter only in certain moments. You only talked to me when it was convenient, and I kept answering like that was enough. But it wasn't, it never was, because I needed consistency, I needed effort, I needed something real. Not just pieces, not just fragments, not just late night conversations that disappear in the morning. I remember the last message you sent me, same tone, same timing. You up, and for the first time I didn't answer, I just stared at it and realized I don't wanna be that person anymore. The one who waits, the one who responds, the one who stays available for some who only shows up when it's convenient. You only talked to me when it was convenient, and now I'm choosing not to be. And now I'm choosing not to be. Not to be. Not to be. It didn't start like that. At least I don't think it did. In the beginning, everything felt easy, like we understood each other without trying, like I didn't have to question anything. But somewhere along the way, that changed slowly. quietly in ways I didn't notice at first. You started correcting me in small ways, the way I said things, the way I reacted, the way I felt, like there was always a better version of me that I wasn't reaching. You made me feel like I was the problem, not directly, not out loud, but in the way you responded. You made me feel like I was the problem, like everything I felt was too much, too wrong, too inconvenient. I remember one night we were sitting in the car, engine off, lights from the street cutting through the window. I said, I don't feel okay, Letty. You didn't ask why, you just said you always do this. And that sentence, that one sentence, made me question everything. You made me feel like I was the problem, like I was repeating something I didn't even understand. You made me feel like I was the problem, instead of asking what was actually wrong. And I stayed quiet after that, because I didn't want to be that version of me, the one you didn't like, the one you made me feel like was too much to deal with. So I adjusted, I started filtering my thoughts before I said them, started holding things in before they became too much, started pretending I was okay even when I wasn't close. You made me feel like I was the problem, and I believed it. That's the worst part, I believed it. I thought maybe I am overreacting, maybe I am too emotional, maybe I should just be easier. But easier for who? Because it wasn't easier for me. It was exhausting, carrying things I should have been able to share. I remember how you used to look at me like I mattered. Now it feels like you're always analyzing me, like you're waiting for me to mess up so you can prove a point. You made me feel like I was the problem, even when I was just trying to be honest. You made me feel like I was the problem, even when I was just asking to be understood. And I started shrinking without realizing it, becoming quieter, less restless, less me, just to keep things calm, just to avoid that look, that tone, that feeling of being wrong, for feeling anything at all. You made me feel like I was the problem, but I wasn't. I was reacting to distance, to silence, to inconsistency, to feeling alone while being right next to you. And that's not something you fix by staying quiet, that's something you face together, but we didn't. You avoided, I adjusted, you pulled away, I held on, and somewhere in between I lost myself, trying to keep you. You made me feel like I was the problem, and now I see clearly. Not everything was on me, not everything was my fault. I wasn't too much, I was just asking the wrong person to understand me. And now I'm learning to stop apologizing for things that were never wrong. You said it like it was nothing, like it wouldn't stay, like it wouldn't mean anything after that day. We were standing in the kitchen again. Funny how it always goes back there. Same light, same silence, different version of us. I asked you, Why do you feel so far lately? You didn't even look at me, just said it's nothing. And that word, that one word, sat heavier than anything else. You said it was nothing, but it changed everything. And the way I heard you, and the way I saw you. You said it was nothing, but it changed everything. Because I knew you weren't being honest. Not with me, not with yourself. I remember how you used to explain things, even the smallest thoughts. Now you just shut down like I don't deserve to know. And that's where it started. Not the distance, not the silence, but the lack of truth. You said it was nothing, but it changed everything. 'Cause now I question everything. Every pause, every look, every time you say I'm fine, and I know you're not, try to let it go at first. Told myself, don't overthink it, don't ruin this. But it kept building, that feeling that something wasn't right. I remember later that night, you were on your phone again, smiling into something that you didn't share with me. And I didn't ask, because I already knew. If I did, you'd say the same thing. It's nothing. You said it was nothing, but it changed everything. 'Cause now I feel like I'm outside of something I used to be inside of. Like I'm watching you instead of being with you. And that's a different kind of pain. Not loud, not obvious, but constant. You said it was nothing, but it changed everything. And I wish it did, and I wish I could go back to before I noticed, before I felt the shift, before I started doubting everything we had. But I can't, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you feel it, you can't ignore it. I try to talk to you again. A few days later, different tone, different moment, same result. You said, why are you making this a big deal? And I realized something. You weren't just avoiding the truth, you were avoiding me. You said it was nothing, but it changed everything. 'Cause now I know I'm the only one trying to understand what's happening. I'm the only one still asking questions. I'm the only one still trying to fix something that you already let go of. And that's the hardest part, not the ending, but realizing it already ended for you. You just didn't say it. You said it was nothing, but it changed everything. And now I don't ask anymore. I don't push, I don't try, because I finally understand. If I have to question it this much, it's already not what it used to be. And maybe that's the answer you never gave me. It wasn't the fight, wasn't what broke me. We've argued before. We said things we didn't mean. We've gone quiet and came back from it. That wasn't new. What was new was what you didn't do. You didn't fight for me, and that told me everything. Not loudly, not dramatically, just absence. You didn't fight for me, and that told me everything. In the moment, I needed you to stay. I remember that night clearly. We were standing in the hallway, same place we've argued before, same tension, same energy, but something felt different, heavier, final. I said, I don't think this is working anymore. And usually that would have been the moment where you stepped in, where you said something, where you tried, where you didn't let me walk away. But this time you just stood there, quiet, looking at me like you were already okay with it. And that silence, that stillness, that lack of reaction said more than anything you could have said. You didn't fight for me, and that told me everything. Because love doesn't stay quiet when it's about to lose something real. It reacts, it pushes, it tries, but you didn't. You didn't say, wait. You didn't say, we can fix this. You didn't say, don't go. You just accepted it, like it made sense, like it was expected, like it didn't hurt you the way it was destroying me. And that's when it hit me. Not during the argument, not during the silence, but in that exact moment you were already gone. You didn't fight for me, and that told me everything. Because I would have, I did, over and over. I stayed, I tried, I explained, I adjusted. I gave chances, even when I shouldn't have, but you didn't. And that difference, that imbalance, that truth is what broke me. Not the ending, but the realization that I was the only one still fighting. I remember how many times I told myself, they just need time. They'll come back, they still care, but care shows up. Care doesn't stay silent. Care doesn't let someone walk away without trying. And you did, you let me walk away without even taking a step toward me. You didn't fight for me, and that told me everything. And I wish it didn't. I wish you had said something, anything, even if it didn't change the outcome. At least it would have shown that I mattered. But you didn't, and that's something I can't ignore. I walked away slowly, not because I wanted to, but because I needed to see if you'd stop me, if you called my name, if you would move, if you'd do anything. And you didn't, and that silence followed me all the way out. You didn't fight for me, and that told me everything. And now I don't question it anymore. I don't wonder, I don't overthink, because the answer was right there in what you didn't do. And I finally understand, if someone can let you walk away that easily, then staying was never the right choice. I didn't always react, that's the thing. People think it was sudden, that I just changed one day, that I just snapped. But it wasn't like that. I stayed quiet for a long time, longer than I should have. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. I held things in, told myself it's not worth it. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore, until silence started hurting more than speaking up. I remember that night clearly. We were in the car, engine running, rain hitting the windshield. And you were talking about something random, something that didn't matter. And I was just listening, nodding, pretending everything was normal. But inside, everything was building. Every moment I stayed quiet. Every time I ignored something, every time I let it go, stacking up and I could feel it right there in my chest. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. I remember you asked, why are you so quiet? And I almost laughed, because I've been quiet for so long. You just never noticed I said nothing, because that's what I always said. But this time, it didn't feel the same. This time, it stayed, it didn't pass. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. Because silence doesn't fix things, it just delays them. And when they come back heavier. I remember getting home, walking inside, same routine, same space, same distance between us. You went straight to your phone, I sat down and just stared at nothing. And that's when it hit me, not like anger, not like frustration, but clarity. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. And for the first time I asked myself, why am I doing this? Why am I holding everything in for someone who doesn't even notice? Why am I protecting the peace when there is no peace? Just silence, just avoidance, just distance. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. In that moment, that exact moment, something shifted. I got up, walked into the room and said, we need to talk. And you sighed before I even finished. And that told me everything, that told me you weren't ready, you didn't want to, you weren't in it the way I was. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. And when I finally spoke, it didn't come out calm, it didn't come out controlled, it came out real. Everything I held in, every moment, every feeling, every thought, all at once. And you just stood there, looking at me like you didn't recognize me. But I wasn't different, I was just finally honest. And that's what scared you. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. And now I don't regret it, not the words, not the time, and not the way it came out, because holding it in was killing me, slowly, quietly, the same way this relationship was. And I see it now. Silence isn't strength, it's survival. And I'm not trying to survive something that's supposed to feel like love. I stayed quiet until I couldn't anymore. And when I finally spoke, I finally heard myself